The Curious Case of Gyökeres, A Journey Through Misunderstanding and Redemption. In the world of professional sports, where passion meets rivalry, the lines between admiration and offense can sometimes blur. This was the case for Victor Gyökeres, a talented forward whose unexpected run-in with the loss sent shockwaves through the football community. This article delves into the events that led to Gyökeres' arrest, the misunderstandings that ensued, and the eventual resolution that saw him released, all framed within the context of the cultural nuances that often define interactions in England. The rise of Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres, a name that has become synonymous with talent and potential, made waves in the footballing world with his performances in the English leagues. Hailing from Sweden, Gyökeres had a promising career ahead of him, showcasing his skills at various clubs before making a significant impact in England. His agility on the pitch, combined with a keen eye for goal, earned him admiration from fans and players alike. However, it was not his footballing prowess that would soon capture headlines, but rather an incident that raised questions about freedom of speech and cultural differences. The incident that shook the football community. One fateful evening, Gyökeres found himself embroiled in a situation that was far removed from the adrenaline of a match. During a routine conversation, he made a comment about Pep Guardiola, the highly respected manager of Manchester City. Gyökeres intended it as a light-hearted jab, a playful expression of the competitive spirit that exists in professional sports. However, the context and delivery of his words were misconstrued. Misinterpretation and arrest. The following day, Gyökeres was shocked to receive a visit from local authorities. He was informed that his comments had been taken seriously, and he was being arrested for what was termed offensive remarks. The arrest sent ripples through the football world, with fans and commentators alike expressing disbelief. "I didn't mean anything bad against Pep," Gyökeres would later explain. His intention was never to insult or demean the legendary manager, rather, it was an attempt to engage in the banter that often characterizes the sport. However, in England, the cultural nuances surrounding speech can lead to starkly different interpretations. Words that might be seen as harmless in one culture can be viewed as offensive in another. The police investigation. Following his arrest, Gyökeres was instructed to report to the police department for a thorough investigation. This process was not only aimed at assessing the validity of the claims made against him but also at understanding the broader implications of his words. As he sat in the interrogation room, Gyökeres felt a mix of confusion and frustration. He had never anticipated that a comment made in jest could lead to such serious consequences. The officers explained to him the gravity of the situation. In England, words directed towards someone's personality or profession could be construed as a crime, especially if they were deemed to provoke or incite. Gyökeres listened, processing the information with a heavy heart. He understood that cultural sensitivities were paramount, yet he couldn't shake the feeling that the situation was spiraling out of control. Pep's response, a lesson in leadership. Meanwhile, as news of Gyökeres' arrest spread, Pep Guardiola himself caught wind of the situation. Known for his composure and understanding nature, Guardiola quickly reached out to the authorities. He was aware that the incident had been blown out of proportion and recognized the potential damage it could cause, not only to Gyökeres' career but also to the spirit of the sport. Guardiola's call to the police was a pivotal moment. He expressed his desire for the matter to be resolved swiftly, emphasizing that Gyökeres' comments were not meant maliciously. This intervention showcased Guardiola's leadership qualities, highlighting his ability to navigate complex situations with empathy and understanding. A conversation that changed everything. In a remarkable turn of events, Gyökeres and Guardiola eventually had a conversation that would further clarify the misunderstanding. The dialogue, although brief, was pivotal. Guardiola reassured Gyökeres that he understood the nature of sportsmanship and banter. He emphasized the importance of camaraderie within the sport, reminding him that competitive spirits should never lead to personal attacks. "I appreciate your talent and the spirit you bring to the game," Guardiola told Gyökeres. "We all have our moments of miscommunication. What matters is how we learn from them." This conversation not only eased Gyökeres' worries but also signified a turning point in the narrative surrounding the incident. The aftermath. Lessons learned. Gyökeres was released shortly after Guardiola's intervention, but the experience left an indelible mark on him. The incident served as a wake-up call regarding the cultural differences that exist in the world of sports. He learned that while jesting is often a part of the game, the delivery matters significantly. A reflection on freedom of speech. This incident sparked discussions around freedom of speech and the responsibilities that come with it. Gyökeres' case highlighted the importance of context in communication. What is deemed acceptable in one culture may not be in another, and navigating these waters requires sensitivity and awareness. The discussions that followed Gyökeres' arrest extended beyond the football community. Analysts, commentators, and fans engaged in debates about the implications of policing speech in sports. While some argued that athletes should be held accountable for their words, others contended that the spirit of sportsmanship should allow for a degree of leniency and understanding. A new chapter for Gyökeres. Emerging from the ordeal, Gyökeres found a renewed sense of purpose. He channeled his experience into his training, focusing on becoming not just a better player, but a more conscientious individual. The support he received from fans and fellow players during this challenging time rejuvenated his spirit. In interviews following his release, Gyökeres spoke candidly about the importance of communication in sports. "We must remember that our words carry weight," he stated. "As athletes, we are role models, and it's crucial to be mindful of how we express ourselves." Conclusion: a journey of growth. The curious case of Viktor Gyökeres serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities that arise when cultural differences intersect with personal expression. His journey from misunderstanding to redemption highlights the need for empathy and open dialogue in sports. When words are misinterpreted, it is essential to address the situation with understanding rather than haste. As Gyökeres continues his career on the pitch, he does so with a newfound awareness of the impact of his words. The incident has not only shaped him as a player but also as a person, reminding us all of the delicate balance between competition and camaraderie. In the end, it is through our shared experiences, both the triumphs and the tribulations, that we learn and grow, strengthening the bonds that unite us in the beautiful game of football. Fabrizio Romano's latest transfer scoop: Gyökeres arrested over controversial comments on Pep Guardiola. In the fast-paced world of football, transfer news often dominates headlines, with fans eagerly waiting for updates about their favorite clubs and players. Recently, renowned transfer expert Fabrizio Romano delivered a shocking report that has stirred both excitement and concern among Arsenal fans. The news: Viktor Gyökeres, the talented forward who has caught the eye of many top clubs, including Arsenal, was arrested following comments he made about Pep Guardiola, the legendary manager of Manchester City. Background on Viktor Gyökeres. Before diving into the incident itself, it's essential to understand who Viktor Gyökeres is and why he has become a target for clubs like Arsenal. The Swedish striker began his professional career at Brighton and Hove Albion but gained prominence during his loan spell at Coventry City in the EFL Championship. His impressive performances, characterized by his speed, technical ability, and knack for finding the back of the net, have made him one of the most sought-after talents in recent times. As clubs across Europe scramble to secure his services, Arsenal seems to be in the lead, with many fans anticipating a significant transfer. However, recent events have thrown a wrench into those plans. The incident: comments about Guardiola. Fabrizio Romano's report revealed that Gyökeres made controversial comments about Pep Guardiola during a media event. While the exact words have not been disclosed, sources suggest that the remarks were deemed disrespectful and offensive to the City manager, who is known for his tactical genius and success in the Premier League. Gyökeres's comments reportedly came at a time when he was under pressure to perform. Following a string of impressive performances, the young striker was asked about various managers in the league, including Guardiola. What was intended as a light-hearted comment spiraled into a full-blown controversy, leading to public outrage and scrutiny from various footballing authorities. The arrest. The situation escalated quickly. Following the comments, Gyökeres was seen being escorted by police in London, sparking rumors of an arrest. The police confirmed that the arrest was related to the comments made about Guardiola, with investigations underway to determine the full context and implications of his statements. This incident has led to widespread media coverage, with outlets across the globe weighing in on the matter. Many fans and pundits have expressed disbelief that a player could face legal issues for comments made in a sporting context, while others argue that respect in football should always be paramount. The reaction from the football community. The football community has had mixed reactions to the news. Some have come to Gyökeres' defense, arguing that players should have the freedom to express their opinions without fear of repercussions. Others, however, believe that comments disrespecting a figure like Guardiola, who has made significant contributions to the sport, should not be taken lightly. Fabrizio Romano, in his report, highlighted the divided opinions among fans and pundits alike. Many Arsenal supporters are anxiously awaiting developments, as questions arise about how this incident might affect the club's pursuit of Gyökeres. The striker's potential legal troubles could complicate negotiations and impact his future in the Premier League. The implications for Arsenal. As Arsenal fans hold their breath, the implications of Gyökeres' arrest extend beyond the player himself. The Gunners have been on a mission to strengthen their squad ahead of the upcoming season, and Gyökeres was seen as a key target to bolster their attacking options. With the transfer window looming, Arsenal's management may need to re-evaluate their strategy. Should they continue their pursuit of Gyökeres despite the controversy, or will they turn their attention to alternative targets? The decision could have lasting effects on the club's ambitions as they look to return to the upper echelons of English football. Legal ramifications and media coverage. As the investigation unfolds, legal experts have begun to weigh in on the potential ramifications of Gyökeres' comments. Some suggest that the case may not lead to severe legal consequences, while others warn that any form of public disrespect could lead to sanctions from the Football Association or further disciplinary actions. Media coverage has been relentless, with numerous outlets speculating on the motivations behind Gyökeres' comments. Some analysts argue that the pressure of competing at such high levels can lead to impulsive behavior, while others point to a growing trend of players facing scrutiny for their public statements. The broader context of player conduct. This incident raises broader questions about player conduct and the responsibilities that come with being in the public eye. In an era where social media amplifies every word and action, athletes must navigate a delicate balance between expressing themselves and maintaining professionalism. Fabrizio Romano's report has ignited discussions about the culture within football, particularly regarding respect and accountability. As players become more vocal about their opinions, clubs and governing bodies must consider how to address such situations without stifling free speech. A call for dialogue. In light of the incident, many have called for open dialogue between players, clubs, and managers. Creating an environment where constructive criticism and personal opinions can be shared without fear of retribution could foster a healthier football culture. Romano emphasized in his report the need for understanding and communication within the sport. While Gyökeres' comments were controversial, the situation serves as a reminder that football is as much about personalities and relationships as it is about tactics and performance. Moving forward, what's next for Gyökeres? As the situation develops, all eyes will be on Viktor Gyökeres. Will he face disciplinary action from the football authorities? How will this incident affect his potential move to Arsenal? The answers to these questions remain uncertain, but one thing is clear: Gyökeres' future hangs in the balance. For Arsenal fans, the hope is that this incident will not deter the club from pursuing a player with immense potential. Gyökeres has shown flashes of brilliance on the pitch, and his ability to adapt to the Premier League could make him a valuable asset. Conclusion. Fabrizio Romano's revelation about Viktor Gyökeres' arrest has sent shockwaves through the footballing world. As fans await further developments, the incident highlights the complex nature of player conduct, media scrutiny, and the responsibilities that come with fame in the sport. Gyökeres' future remains uncertain, but the hope is that this incident will ultimately serve as a catalyst for positive change within the football community. Respect, dialogue, and a commitment to professionalism should be at the forefront of the sport, ensuring that players can thrive both on and off the pitch. As the transfer window approaches, the footballing landscape continues to evolve, and the implications of this incident will undoubtedly shape the narrative for both Gyökeres and Arsenal moving forward.